Okay, and finally on correlation and causation, regression to the mean, possibly the most abused correlation in the world. I have another exercise, so we can split into two groups again, if that's all right. This one isn't as elaborate. Okay, so pretend that you all live in my constituency. You all have a street. I'm the council, and I'm trying to find out about traffic on the roads and any people getting knocked down or hit by cars. So if you all take 2 dice here and just roll them, and remember what your number is. Okay, so 7. Do you want to keep going around?
I'm sorry, I just touched the dice.
Yeah. You can roll at the same time if you like. We had a 4 there, a 5. Which one was the other one? 6. Okay, an 8. Okay, so did anyone get higher than an 8? What were your numbers? 9? Higher than a 9?
6.
11. 11. Okay, so I just had some money given to me to install 1 camera. There's only enough money for 1 because we're in a recession. We have 1 speed camera. Where would you suggest that we put that speed camera? In which street where, sorry, your number of rolls represented the number of fatalities in the street, or number of people getting hit, for example. So which street would you put the camera on?
Well, you wouldn't use this method, would you?
Well, that is how. Yeah, how do you decide? Do you have one?
If you've got a big thoroughfare with a school on it, then that's where you put the camera.
Yeah, but we have 1 camera. We have all. You pretend all the streets are similar.
You're presuming that these are random events whose car accidents. Maybe street 11. Was it your street? Yeah, maybe that's.
Okay,
really
so they're right.
Are we saying all things equal?
Yes, everything's
There's
equal.
Absolutely no right.
Yeah.
In which case, it's fair enough to put it on a random street.
Yeah. Okay, so we've picked the one that had the most accidents on it to see if the speed camera would actually do anything. So if you want to roll the dice again, including the people who rolled before, just kind of keep track of your number. There's a 3 there.
Yeah, that again. That's the right decision then.
Well, hey, didn't go up. Okay, really. Did some people have smaller numbers that perhaps went up?
Yeah.
And then people with more higher numbers, did it go down?
I had the same number, so I'm obviously not getting the camera.
As did the 11, yeah.
Same as street.
So that's probably a good call. If we all go back, and I think 11 and 11 on the dice is actually 1 out of 12. The probability of rolling anything under 11 is 10 out of 12. So the probability was far likely, although it didn't happen, it was far more likely to get less numbers of people killed because it was an outlier in the first place. And again, if you had a very small number of cases, it was very likely that it was going to go up, just because of the way statistics works and natural variation again works, that you have, it's probability, you just have more chances because there's much more events that can happen that are lower or higher. Again, I'll wait for them to come back, but there is a story, and they did look at all the stats about installing speed cameras and the effect that they had, and it's more when you measure the effect of interventions and government policies or anything that you do really, how effective was that really? Are you noticing the change because that's regression to the mean and natural and is just random, or are you noticing a real change in the speed camera has actually made a difference and we should install them everywhere because they are quite successful in doing to do. And here's the story. And analysis of data of 551 fixed speed cameras in 9 areas shows that on average the number of fatal and serious collisions in the vicinity fell by more than a quarter after the installation of the speed camera. And there's another reduction of personal injury collisions. However, the research also highlights that 21 camera areas in which, or near which, the number of collisions appeared to have risen enough to make the cameras worthy of investigation in case they've contributed to the increase. So when you go to interpret the data that you have on interventions and policies and things, you know, that people put in, see whether they actually had the effect that you expected.